What's up, chat? NFP. Let's go. Let's get it. Who's ready for NFP, chat? Who's not ready for NFP? Full margin. Full margin mode. Let's go. Hey, chat. Let's have a look here, see what's going on. So, as we can see, coming into NFP, we are just ranging, right? Just a plain and simple range between about 1830 and 1815. So this right here, trades anywhere in this range are going to be tough. If we've got clear numbers with NFP, maybe we can find something within this range, anticipating some sort of breakout. Let's say you get a 4-hour candle closing like this, and then the next 4-hour wicks back down, and we'll do a deep dive on the lower time frame shortly, but this would be your resistance from London. If you're retesting that resistance from London, I could take a trade within this range. Anticipating that breakout. Also, what we can see here is, we've had a very strong move to the downside. I don't want to get attached to any sort of idea that we are going to correct this move or that we are going to come up and create a top wick for the monthly. But I think if we do get breaks above 1830, we are going to then have really nice probabilities to see some of this move being corrected. Then to the downside, of course, if we are breaking below this range here at about 1815, there is some traffic to the left. This is a bit of a tricky area here around 1810, but I suppose if that NFP is good enough, it may give you the volume for a continuation, possibly to like 1800. I just feel that price is going to have a very difficult time breaking through this 1810, considering we've had such an impulsive move down already. But I'm open to anything. So just going to take it as it comes. You'll see here that I've just marked up, come on. These gray zones are just areas where I've marked up where we could see rejections. You'll notice on the 4-hour that, you know, this is just a general rejection zone. Likewise here from about 1820, you know, we've got a lot of rejections between 1820 and 1817. So this is your general range, and it is very, very messy. So like I say here, safest trades are going to be above 1830. And below 1815. Now we do want to see the numbers obviously coinciding with these trade ideas. So if we, you know, if we get negative numbers for NFP, that's going to support these ideas for the buys. If the numbers are mixed, so if numbers are coming out between the previous and the forecast, not seeing too much of a change, then we may not necessarily get clean moves, especially not straight off the bat, and we might have to wait for NYSE. So our forecast here is 171k, our previous is 187. So like I say, if numbers are coming out in between the forecast and the previous, it's going to be best to just sit on your hands, wait for the 4-hour candle to close, see if anything sets up closer to NYSE. If we're coming out lower than 171, lower than the forecast, then that will be taken as negative for the dollar. We can see here DXY still maintaining this bullish structure, forming higher highs, higher lows. Now we can see that after these highs being formed at about 107, we've seen a bit of a pullback, and we could easily continue to pull back here, especially if those numbers are bad. So I would look for us to come down into 106. And you know what we could even see with the news and things you have to be aware of is sometimes you'll get whipsaws with the news. So what you may see here is a whipsaw down to 106, and then we just continue moving bullish, and you get that bearish continuation on gold. It'll all depend on numbers, and then we could even pull back here on the DXY all the way back into this structure here. Overall, you would still be respecting this bullish trend, just looking at the structure there. So just going to take it as it comes. Got about 4 minutes until NFP. Bro, I'm interested in sell around 1830, 1832. Oh man, you're onto something. That's a very good idea as well. If we do, although I really don't want to be playing around too much in this range, but it's the same idea as these sells on Wednesday, where we came up into 1830 with that ADP. Didn't have the volume to break above this key level, and just took the sells off of the rejections, off of the top of this range. So, you know, who's to say that we can't look for something very similar today if we do wick up into 1830 and you don't have the volume to break above. Maybe numbers are mixed. You get a whipsaw up into 1830, don't have the volume to break above, and then you could be looking to play the range. I think this range is too ugly. I would like to see a breakout and rather not be trading back into the range. But not a bad idea. likewise with the buy ideas, if we whipsaw down into 1815, maybe even break these lows, but then fake out back above 1815, you could look to take advantage of the buys this way. Also just moving back into this range, but it's tricky. These are not going to be the safest ideas, but we'll see how the price action lines up. What's up? Kopki, Justin, Mateo, Actorino, Wayne, Mesopeti, hello. What's up? Let me put my earphones in quick. Full margin. What? Yeah.
Is there echo?
No, seems to be fine.
Okay, cool. Yo, Remus, yeah, these cards racing on the chat, dude. Fuck, it sounds nice. I see them, you know that, like, yo, it's nice, dude.
I wonder what cards they are.
Oh, dude, no, I don't know, but they nice. You can hear it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can hear them changing their gears. That's how hard they're driving their cars in this weather.
Yes.
I can hear the shifts happening.
Oh yeah, one more thing, chat, just before we do get into the news. Just lower your risk today. You know, it's a Friday. It's completely up to you, but my advice would be with volatile news, lower your risk. Your stops might be a little bit bigger than usual. Don't gamble. It's trading is you're gonna get rich over hundreds and thousands of trades, not one trade. So this trade, in the grand scheme of things, we might get an absolute banger, 200 pips, whatever, who knows. But it doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things. Lower your risk. You know, if you take a nice win today, cool. If you take a loss, cool. Whatever. On to the next one. You know. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Anyone holding cells? You are looking great. Numbers must have been good. DXY, straight up. You know, when you're getting a nice clean move like this, it is still the first minute, but so far it's looking pretty clean. No real whipsaws. We probably had nice one-sided numbers. Yo, Forex Factory, come on. Oh, okay, really good numbers there for NFP. Unemployment rate, same as the previous, you know, a little bit worse than the forecast. Let's not worry too much about that. NFP is going to hold the most weight here. You can see that the numbers were, you know, we were much higher than the forecast, much higher than the previous. Unemployment rate doesn't hold as much weight, and I mean, the numbers were the same as the previous, so it's not going to have major impact. But that's nice to see clear one-sided numbers there. Average hourly earnings was also slightly negative, but from what I've seen on these days, when we do have the unemployment rates at the same time as NFP, you know, NFP is generally going to hold the most weight. So looks like we are going to continue moving bullish here on the dollar and possibly get a continuation to the downside here on gold. Now 1810, man, 1810, 1813. This is a tricky area. The lows for the year, just for interest's sake, The lows for the year are about 1805, so that could easily be our target for the day. 1805. Now, for me, what I would like to see is possibly even pullbacks to retest. Come on, man. Pullbacks to retest this support from London session, those London lows. You know, that would always be nice to retest that structure from earlier on in the day. Otherwise, we'll see about 1815. Our price is respecting that 1815. Also, waiting for the 4-hour candle might be the safest play here. You know, if the 4-hour can close like this, 4-hour candle closes like this, next 4-hour wicks up, retests 1815, 1817.5, 1818. You know, we can start to look for rejections on the lower time frame, and then you've got a nice wick to fill on the 4-hour and so forth. Under like a biltong on the 1 minute here, but this is really aggressive. I'm gonna wait to see some sort of pullback. Sometimes with news like this, you might not really get the pullback you want to see if you are waiting for more of a retest. You know, sometimes you're just gonna continue to melt. But 1810, 1813, it's a tricky zone, very tricky zone where I don't want to get too aggressive. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. SAR going straight to 20 rand with this push, that's fine. It's upset. Long time, bro. Smashing some sells here. This 5 minutes pulling back hard, pulling back real hard. Getting a little retest of 1815. Here.
Get in when it comes down now at 11-ish. 11-ish.
Nah, I'm gonna wait here. I want to see a deeper pullback. I don't know if it will get a deeper pullback. Obviously, I mean, I don't know where the fuck price is going next. No, nobody does. Let's be honest. But
so, what do you want? Like a 1820 pullback?
I would like to just retest the structure from London. 1818, even 1817. But I mean, this might be a retest of 1815 here to just continue moving down. I mean, if that 5 flips, with the numbers the way they are, I don't really see it stopping. But yeah, I want to just wait here. It's too aggressive for me. I'm traumatized from news trading. Last year was so good, and then this year it's just like trying the same shit as last year gets smacked, you know? I mean, how many times with news this year have we come all the way back to the news candle open and then continued with the move? So, I mean, we could even have pullbacks to like 18, 20. But that's looking nice. Retest of 18, 15. Very clean. But yeah, I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. If I have to wait for NYC, that's fine. Sell now, up to you. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. So what I'm waiting for is, let's say, either the 4-hour candle close or a pullback into at least 18, 17. Like I say, what I'm seeing here on the 1 minute is that you've had a pullback to 18, 15. You know, anticipating this to be basically your pullback before you continue. This would be a very aggressive entry. Like I say, I mean, with the news this year so far, we've seen so many times where price will pull back all the way to the news candle open. You know, I don't want to have a stop all the way above 1820 for 60 pips. I would rather wait for us to give that pullback or to see how the next 4-hour lines up. Like I say, we'll most probably close bearish on this 4-hour with the news. And then next 4-hour, if we can get a nice top wick into 1817 to 1820, then you can look for rejections on the lower time frame and look for that wick fill. You know, oftentimes in a situation like this, we've created these lows with the news. The further we pull back here, the better, because that's just giving you more range to trade back into these lows. Because it is a very hot. Hey, yeah, that's a big bullish candle for Biltong, but it could be when there's volume. I mean, 40 pips isn't much.
I mean, if you look at the previous 5, you compare those two, it's
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, the 5 closed below 1815. So that is like the Biltong is essentially a retest, you know. So it is sort of like a retest of the. If it breaks that low now, it's probably gone.
I mean, but gold struggling to come back down, and DX was struggling to continue up. So, yeah.
I'm locking the 1 minute here. I agree with you. That's what I would like to see. You know, looking at it now, this might be your like minor pullback here. If we break these lows at 18.11, it's probably gonna push.
Probably. If we break the lows.
Yeah. Also, another thing, the 15 minutes about to close. You know, that new 15 could easily also wick up. So I would just personally wait here. I'm actually gonna go make some coffee quickly. I'll be back now, Chad. You could keep the chat entertained here. Drop some words of wisdom.
I don't have any of those.
Cuck, man. Coming on.
Wait. Okay. What's up, guy? Did anyone take trades before news? Yeah, I heard you're coming soon. Trust me, I've heard how excited he is. Don't worry. So yeah, I'm sure you're super stoked as well. Yeah, I woke up cock early, dude, and then I messaged Connor, and my messages weren't going through on his on WhatsApp. So I was like, I wonder what's going on because it's not normal. So I phoned him, and then yeah, I mean it was a bit too early. So yeah, so I phoned him, and then I woke him up, and then I was like, listen, I thought something was wrong, but clearly nothing's wrong. Just cells are setting up, and then yeah, he executed on the build song. I was in before that. So yeah. 15 closed on the yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you saw the trades that we took on stream, Justin, before those cells, it was cells, Connor, the 90, yeah, it was cells, the 96 pips that you
Yeah.
guys got on stream.
Mm.
Now, Justin, if you look at that, no, I'm Justin was saying. So now, Justin, if you look at that, you'll see that's the bigger range, and then the cells we got into now yesterday morning was in a smaller range, but inside that range. So it was kind of the exact same thing, just on a smaller version. So yeah.
Hey, but it ran like the same. It filled the
I
range
did,
as
dude.
well. The entries were.
100%.
My entry was exactly the same as the day before. Because my entry the
Yeah.
day
I
before
mean,
was about 1827.5. And then I know I got in around here. That's hectic.
but yeah, but if you think about it, the reason we didn't need more was because, I mean, that's 150 plus pips in 2 days.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think we both took other trades as well. So that's just, she's breaking that low on the 15 or 2.
Yeah, that's why I'm chilling today. I mean, really, I don't need to force anything here.
I'm full margin on about 4 seconds.
I'm gonna buy it.
That way. I'm gonna buy and sell. That way I'll never lose.
I'm gonna paper trade this, chat. Don't do it. Really don't do it. It's fucking dumb. It's so dumb.
I just play out. Oh god. Because I know what you're gonna do. Because you can do small stops. So it's worth the try.
Bro, how is that a 25 pip stop? No ways. Yo, chat. Let's go. It's why is this shit so easy when you don't have money on the bank? Get out of here. But this is quite typical of gold. Like nearing the end of a 4-hour candle, news. You know, when you come and break a low like that, if you don't have the volume to push, you can sometimes then start to get that deeper pullback. You know, in this scenario, we didn't have much of a pullback here. And then you came, you broke these lows, not enough volume. And I mean, if we get back above 1815 now, we're looking good to come and retest that support from London. So same story with the 4-hour candle close. Sometimes this will be like the opening of a new 4-hour, where if let's say this was your previous 4-hour closing bearish, then it's like the first 5 minutes of the new 4-hour, and you think, okay, if we break these lows, we're gonna continue, but that new 4-hour wants a steeper top wick. And I think here we also just need to come grab a little bit more liquidity before we can really sort of see any trades with the risk to reward. That's obviously just what I'm looking at, my perspective of it. We waiting for New York. It is New York session already, but waiting for maybe NYC. Waiting for the 4-hour candle. DXY is just pushing. You want to know it now? If you break these lows, I think with the DXY pushing, you might be okay. R41, oh, smashed it. I mean, as long as you add your stop loss at break even before news, I think that's just like, you know, given. If you've taken a trade before news, there's nothing wrong with it as long as you're in profit and you got your stop loss at break even. Or you're okay and accept whatever L you take, because that can go ugly. But I mean, I'd do it, take trades before news, and then, you know, the idea is to get into profit, move stop loss to break even. But if I'm sitting at break even or in drawdown before news is released, I'll close full. But I mean, you were in some nice profit there already.
I had the exact same sell at 24.43.
Did you hold it?
Nah, I didn't hold it. I closed out because of news.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw now as well. I'd have had the same trend. I stacked to it as well at 23.74, but I closed out before news because I wanted to get some. I wanted to get my TP before news, and then yeah, I'd like went close to my TP and then pulled back, and I just closed out. Yeah, there she comes.
Yeah, after like consolidating like this, we tapped here
And now a
one,
break.
two. Yeah, if you break out now, you could get moving.
Also, yeah, so I was coming up to 107, bro. So psychological level, yeah, but you know, it normally reacts around here as well. So we'll see.
Just that's a hell of a candle. Fuck.
I'm also again. Because again, the same thing,
Yes.
dude. Fuck,
Yes.
hey. Yo, bro. Looking at that same thing. Like, fuck's sake.
Hey, that thing is moving.
Deleted everything to the left, bro. It said, fuck you to everything over here.
It's like 3
And the
days
whole
of
time,
data just engulfed.
just delete it. Get away. We don't want you here. Yo. It's crazy, dude. Tell me we're gonna start ranging underneath 1800. Ah, fucking when last? When last have we been under 18?
Uh, yo, since last year. Yeah, like I said, the low for the year is 1805.
Yeah, I heard you say that. That's why I was like, oh, when else we've been under 18? Hmm.
Let's see what the yearly candle's doing. Ooh, yearly candle just flipped bearish. Full margin size. Forming a
Yes.
resistance here on the yearly. Yo.
Oh, I'm gonna trust that. I'm gonna hold this for 2026.
That low for the year is like 1805. I'm interested to see what happens when we come into that low. I'm very interested. Alright, you're gonna see something crazy. See a massive
You
rejection
think?
and news headlines of like banks collapsing and I mean, this is where we had the SVB collapse in March.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's just weird how
So
like the price action lined up pretty much perfectly.
correlated perfectly.
Like with that news coming out. I mean, you had
So
this
what we
resistance zone. You had a break above a retest. And then that news came out and just fucked off for thousands of pips. I mean, we back at that level. I wouldn't be surprised, dude.
we full margin buying, holding. We just buy and we hold.
If there's some crazy headline that comes out, I would do it.
Stops underneath 18.
Yeah.
Shit, dude, you just imagine that, and you just see it start playing out, and you just start stacking to that thing. Fuck.
I think earlier
You've
this
been
year there was a trade where Jared and I tried something like that on GJ. I don't know if you were in it as well, but I don't know what the
playing on it.
idea was. But we were
I
like,
remember
okay,
it was
we're gonna just have like
100
100 pip stop loss, and then we're just gonna leave it, bro. That stop loss got hit in like 30 minutes.
instantly, dude. Like I got
Yeah,
smashed. I
some
remember, bro.
news or
And then
something.
it down to like fucking 500 pips, bro. It dropped insane. Like we thought, oh, 100 pips isn't gonna be enough. Like there's no way that it can continue going down. Price can't go this low. Said
Yeah,
fuck both of you. Straight. That's why on price can never be overbought.
I think it would have worked out, bro. We just needed bigger stops.
The fuck no, Con. That thing ran down by like 400 pips, bro. Yes, this.
You know what? It was
At
off.
that point, we just hoping to try to get back. Yo.
It was off 158. I remember that. I was like, no,
I
158 is
remember.
solid.
Yeah. And then
There's
went down
no
to like
there's no way we're gonna break 158. Where is this bitch? Mm, I think it was here last year. Oh, bro, the trade was somewhere like here. I mean, obviously the stop wasn't that big. It's like that.
we went to 154, bro. That's so that must be it. It's one of those two there, dude.
I mean,
Because I know
wasn't a bad idea, but what else?
and one faster. And then it just hit set. Yeah.
Straight
I
up.
mean, would have played it out, bro. Would have played out.
That's what I hate about GJ. It's just like it does crazy things.
We got stop hunted, Connor.
It's definitely.
Oh shit. Imagine. 30 mark close back in the range. Maybe. It
It's
looks like it.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I think as long as this 4-hour candle. Internet is a bit slow. As long as this 4-hour candle closes below 1815.9.
Is that body lows?
Yeah, the body. I mean, even if we didn't close below here, you've got a strong bearish 4-hour candle. If there's enough volume, I don't mind targeting these lows.
Would you put TP at 1805?
Yeah,
Because of what 1805 holds.
yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll
Okay.
start to take some off at 1810.
No, I feel you. Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
curious. I can break 1805, sparks to 1795, then comes back.
Shit. Imagine.
Liquidity grab before the 1,000 pip pullback.
Because, yeah, that's sort of my idea here, is to pull back into this structure from London. And then that gives you enough range to trade back into these lows. I mean, 70 pips, I'd be happy with that. But you could definitely have runners if you're breaking these lows with enough volume to 1805. Nico, what's your moving average saying? Cookies ask.
Full mode. Oh wait, did you hear me click the full margin? I'm in.
I wonder if this is the
Oh,
retest of 1815.
blown.
I really started enjoying these pullbacks or breaks and retests. Even when I do take breakout trades now, I get antsy.
Yeah, no.
So I said I wanted pullbacks into at least 1817. So as soon as we start tapping this gray zone, that's 1817, and then I'm looking for rejections. $1817.5 is also a level on my mind though. Just the support to the left. This right here is more of a fake out. So if we block this out, you know, then it's quite clear to see that this right here is your previous support. So we're coming up to retest that 17.5. And then if we see rejections there, we can start to look for entries. But it's going to be really nice if we could retest the lows from London. Probably a good idea to wait for this 5 minute to do its thing. You know, sometimes you're going to have a lot of volume, and this 5 could even close like way down here after you reject, that's at 1817.5. And then if you're getting strong rejections, you could even look to get in on a 1 minute. But what I would prefer to see is this 5 minute closing, let's say bearish color. Let's say see this 5 closing bearish with a weak body, with a wick up like this, and then looking for the next 5 to continue moving down. So I need to see some sort of rejection candle like that, a weak bearish body with a nice wick to the upside, or even an engulfing bearish candle. So if, let's say, this 5 closes like this, so you're closing like this, right? And then the next 5 closes engulfing that candle. Looks like we might get the top wick for the news candle. Looks like it, yeah, that could also be a very nice thing to see here. Because we know if we're getting nice rejections off of 1820, that's then we are looking really good. Okay, chat. So just we need to monitor this 1820 for rejections. Because if they come, they might come hard and fast. And then you want to be ready with your finger on the trigger.
Con,
Yeah.
remind me to tell you something about what I spoke to you about. That I want to do on one of the accounts. Just remind me to chat to you after this.
Oh.
Oh.
5 minutes. Not really. You know, we can see a nice wick there, looking like we are seeing signs of rejection. But yeah, let's just wait. We could still get a tap of 1820. I'm thinking to just get in here with half risk. And then if the 5 closes how I want, I'll just add my full risk. Yeah, chat.
I
There's a
think I'm
biltong
going
on the
to
1
do that.
minute. Okay?
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
I'm gonna go in here half risk. And then my stops are gonna be above that 1820 level. 1821. Let's call it 1821. Like I say, I have lowered my risk. This is a more aggressive entry. I'm gonna go in with my full risk. So I'm just testing the waters here. Just testing the waters.
I mean, we did get a top wick on the. Look at our broker, Connor. On the broker, it's the wicks already touched the news thing.
Yeah, I see.
See that? Weird.
Thinking to have my stop above the previous hour just for this position here. Gonna be very safe stop. Call it 22. Yo. Yeah, I'm in here with half risk, just testing the water. So what I'm thinking here is the 15 is about to close, but this 5 right now is looking nice. More like that rejection candle I want to see. So let's see how this candle closes. New candle creates a little bit of a top wick and then breaks the lows of that 5 minute. And then I can add my full position. Okay. So 15-minute closed. We've retested the support from London session. So like I say, once we break the previous 5-minute low, I'm looking to add my full risk here. Still a big stop, so lower the risk still. DXY pulling back a little bit here. So basically, once we get back to my entry here, I'm gonna add on my full risk. DXY is pulling back hard here. But I like what I'm seeing on gold.
I'm not going to look too close to DXY right now. Not worth. Yeah, I'm just not going to. I feel like numbers, when news comes out, numbers affects DXY and gold. The correlation, like, it's there, but it's like it's not as accurate as what it would be in low volume. So
Yeah, just with that volatility.
I mean, obviously, if there's like big pullbacks or like breakouts or whatever, then obviously like that's obvious, you know.
Mm.
But yeah. I think NYC is gonna hold the volume we're waiting for.
Mm.
So
But I'm happy to pull the trigger now. I think that's enough of a top week. And
yeah,
1820 is kind of like the last place I want to see us pull back into.
yeah, I just think NYC will push us to TPs.
Mm.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, normally when you've had a decent pullback already, you don't need to worry too much about pullback at NYC.
yeah.
Can this 5 close bearish? If this 5 can close bearish, that's gonna look good to add on here.
My 10 flipped.
This is
Shouldn't talk to it, Connor.
cheeky bugger.
But I would like to at least be by entry for NYC.
Yeah. I'm not stressing with the risk I've put on.
No, for sure, but just be nice.
Yeah.
Would be comfortable.
Comfortable. Very close to stops here. $18.22 is my stop loss. Oh, chill out. Gee whiz. I'm chilling. Okay, chat. So with half risk, I mean, that's basically negative 21 pips, let's say. It's not bad. Let's see what NYSE does. But you are back in this range. I really don't like this range too much. Coming back up to these highs from London session. But yeah, like I say, I didn't want to see us really pull back more than 1820 here. It's kind of difficult to see the sells at this point. But it looks like even with good numbers there, I mean, we've just had such a strong sell-off over the last basically couple weeks. You know, if we're not breaking any lower, then maybe we start to see that pullback. But I think it's going to be tricky to be taking advantage of bars in this range. I'd still rather wait for a breakout of 1834 bars. On the 4 hour, this is definitely a zone where you could reject. It's just so tough that you're back in the range. DXY is, yes, it's pulled back. Looks like we could be retesting this structure here.
CDX on that psychological level of 107.
Yeah. I mean, this is like quite clean price action here. Obviously nice Impulsive move up, nice pullback. Like I say, just about retesting this previous structure. Could start to push back up into these highs. Someone forgot to take their medication today. This 30-minute candle at NYC is closing very strong bullish, but you're still below this resistance from London session. You know, that's going to be a tricky area. I know it looks really ugly with such a bullish 30-minute there, but you know, don't be surprised if NYC gives you rejections of 1825. Or like a fake out there. With NYC, I always like to wait for the first 5-minute candle to close at least before doing anything. You know, I'm not too sure if I'm going to take anything else here today. Now that we are back in this range, it's pretty tough. I'm wanting to just see how we react here to 1825. It's a very ugly zone, but based on the 4-hour, you know, this could still just be a pullback. And if you're getting rejections of 25 now at NYC, you know, you've got range to pull back here to 1820. It's very tough. Keep in mind, these were the daily highs here at around 1825. If you breaking those daily highs, but you're not having the volume to push up to, let's say, like 1830, you could just be sweeping these highs to still come and retest the lows from the news. I do think it is very aggressive, even though it's the first five of NYC giving us that rejection. I do think it is quite risky to take it off the 5. So I'm going to wait and see if the 15-minute candle can close bearish like this. We'll see if we can come back up to 25, reject again. But with NYC, don't be surprised if we push straight to 1820. Here's Corpse. A nice rejection candle there on the 5. First 5 of NYC. Looks like we're pushing to 1820. Stops would have been quite big here, and this is, even though at NYC I'm not always too concerned about how the 30-minute candle looks. I'm going more based off of if there was news that supports the idea. So here, obviously this supports sells on gold, but it's so tough in this range. I don't want to take anything too aggressive here. So let's see how this 15 closes, but so far looking like a nice rejection here of 1825. It created new highs for the daily, didn't have the volume to push up to 1828 or 1830. So we could easily be on our way back down to 1815 or even all the way down to these lows from the news. That's an ugly range. If you did take these sells here off 1825, do be careful as we move into 1820. You know, if you do get rejections here, there is a probability that you do continue to move bullish, see a flip on the 30-minute candle and continue up here. But to me, this looks like more like we are creating the high for the session there to come back down to these lows from the news. But if you took this, let's say on the break of that previous 5, now that you're breaking below 1820, you definitely would want to have your stop loss at break even here.
Yeah, I sold it at 23.7. Sorry, I wasn't sure. I went somewhere. Came back.
No way.
Did you take anything while I was gone?
No, I was looking at these sells of the 5-minute rejection at NYC, but it was a little bit aggressive for me.
Oh, yeah.
Just being in this range again. I thought I'd wait for the 15 to close. Mark this zone here. You can see we're coming back down into this general rejection zone here. So it is tricky. But you know, these candles here have essentially created new range for us to trade in. As we created new lows. Came back up to retest the highs here. we do have range to trade back down into these lows. Okay, so 15-minute candle closed bearish there after sweeping these highs from London session. Of course, our previous 4-hour was bearish, and we have that really good NFP there. TXY also saw a little bit of a pullback. Looks like it's forming a little bit of a support on the 15. I'm thinking here with the previous 5 being like a doji, if we break that low, which is the previous 15-minute low as well, if you have enough volume, we should respect the high of this previous 5. And then you've got about 30 pips moving back into 2015, and about 60 pips back into 2012, the lows here. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it, chat. Okay, chat, so I'm in here. Stop loss will be at 18.22. It'll be a stop loss again. Well, that's my problem. Not.
Why are there so many big mouths in chat today?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Fucking, is it full moon outside? Oh, fuck. Like, so eating their oats.
Sorry, I don't have the position on the screen. 1815 is going to be a good level to look to go break even, maybe take off partials. With this 1812, let's call it 1812.5. Will be my TP1.
No bottom wick, but I mean, it's a 5 minute, so.
Yeah, I don't love to see a 5 with
Yeah, I
no
don't
bottom
love
wick.
to see a 5 with
Oh,
no
Nico,
bottom
I'm
wick.
echoing.
Oh, Nico, I'm echoing.
Oh, sorry.
We did close below 1820 here. As long as we hold below 1820, we're fine.
I think hour is gonna go flip before it closes. It's gonna be a bearish hour close.
That's what I would obviously like to see.
That's what I would obviously like to see.
But fuck.
If we could close
Taking
below
into
If
1815.
it closed below 1815,
Yeah, Nico, I'm echoing again, bro.
yeah, Nico, I'm echoing again, bro.
Fuck.
Yeah, if the hour could close below 1815, you're good here. Very good. This week up to 1820 isn't of really any concern, but we just need to be careful that we hold below that level. Like if the 5 closes back above 1820, then that's not too great. Yeah, I don't like that 5, but we are respecting this 1-minute structure. We've got about 5 minutes until this hour closes. It was funky because the previous 5 had no bottom wick as well. The XY is looking good there. You've got 1 minute and 20 seconds until this hour candle closes. Looks like the 30-minute will close bearish at least, and then yeah, it's just tricky. With this volume, it's like the stop is a lot tighter than what it really is. Might just be one of those days, chat. Might just be one of those days. Doesn't look great here. Obviously the hour closing bullish there. 30-minute was bearish, but yeah, right by stops. It's gonna be very tricky to survive the top wick. 5-minute candle there, no top wick, but yeah, very tough. Yeah, chat, that stops for me. Alrighty, well, that's my day. Not the greatest NFP, but like I say, just one of those days. Pretty tough time in this range, but I hope that you lowered risk. Yeah, this range, we need to get out of this range now. Maybe next week we get a break above 1830, start to see some of this move corrected. But anyway, chat, I'll see you next week. Take it easy, have a good weekend. Thank you for joining today. I'm out of here. Cheers.